Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're underway from the bank. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, it's hot! It's hot!
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Wrapped up on that play by big Quentin Williams. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Jackson now on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's Algier on first down. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Down the sideline, past the 25. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game. He just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Pistol snap to Jackson. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Bullock's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. One of the tight ends motioning right. 2nd and 6 now. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Let's go. Drop ball leading. Go, check. Go, check. Check, go.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. Open space inside the 40. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And they send a man in motion. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Track 60. Go.
From the 32. Completed over the middle. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Let's go now.
They're throwing it. That's caught for the 1st. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. Now a timeout for an injured player. That's Christian McCaffrey being attended to. Hopefully with his history, this is something minor. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Returns looking good so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers out to determine how severe this may be. They've got 1st down from the 31.
What are you?
Lamar off to play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. That goes for 36 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On 1st down, they'll run. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's a handoff for Algier. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Love this. Tight end getting a run. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. This one from an even 40 yards out. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Adisa Isaac stops him there. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 34. Throw is there, Trey McBride. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. He'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Still has some space inside the 35. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. 7-6 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Second and 3. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's a throw. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets grow the lead to 7. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets grow their lead to 8. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Alpha, sit on! 180! Ready shot!
Plowing up the middle. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Completed to his running back. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's a give up the middle. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to the well again. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Hey, Alpha, sit on! 180! Ready shot!
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted! And the Jets, they're gonna take over after his 9th interception of the season. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a 1st down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
Second and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. Complete to Braylon Allen. And he's taken down at the 30. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. He'll throw it. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Cut near the goal line. And that's a New York touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Handoff now from the gun. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Jets are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
19 Charger.
Running it now out of the gun. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Handoff now out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
From the gun on 3rd down. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Jets have a choice to make. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. Everly's kick is good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Oh, hang on there. Hang on a moment. Looks like we've got an injured player on the kick return. They're going to check on him now. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st down. Here's Lamar. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lamar now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of only 1. Still 3 yards to go here on 4th down.
Only a yard. It's 4th down.
Pistol snap to Jackson. He connects downfield on 4. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens chop some of the lead off before the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens make it an 11-point ball game. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing from the gun here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Ravens get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
First down throw for Jackson. He's got it! And in for the Baltimore touchdown! It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. Right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Starting from the 5. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Trey McBride. And it sets up second down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Man in motion here. Second and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's trying to push the field. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It'll be a punt of 39 yards in the end. And the Ravens will go on offense. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Putting a receiver in motion. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Hit made by TJ Edwards. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
180.
From the gun, Jackson. Hits his running back. And they take him down right along the 30. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
180. 180. Set up.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 28. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
Things trimmed back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They send the tight end in motion. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. They toss right side to McCaffrey. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They've got a man in motion. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. To the edge of the end zone, oh, it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets grow the lead to 7. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Jets grow their lead to 8. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Completed to his running back. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
From the 20 on 2nd down. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And now it's 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Completed over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah.
A give now from the gun. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Right up the gut. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, report.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. We're giving him 4 yards that time. It's going to be 4th down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Touchdown, Baltimore. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And he hits the extra points. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back now, pressure on its way. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll try and throw it here. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets grow the lead to 7. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets grow their lead to 8. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Jackson. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st down, here's Lamar. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Couldn't find Brian Thomas Jr. on that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Setting up the screen. He has room past the 25. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Going power with a big tight end. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is why it's so important not to overcommit to the team's lead runner. It went to a secondary ball carrier, and they cut him down for a big red zone stop.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Alpha, sit hot. 180. When it's hot. Cut.
He's back to throw. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked by T.J. Edwards. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Looking for the back that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They send a tight end in motion. Another throw coming on 2nd and 10. He lets one fly deep downfield. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Back to throw it. Wilson's got it. And he'll get this up to the 18-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 3. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Jets up by 8. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Going run again with McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Here he is to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready?
Setting up to pass. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Jets make the play that should win them this game.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Down to a knee, and we're going to see if that defense chooses to expend one of its final 2 timeouts.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Likely going to see him take a knee here. Force him to burn a timeout, conserve a little of that clock. So it's a road win for the Jets. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Baltimore.